Here is the laser sender, and it's running off a 6-volt battery at the moment. And this is the receiver, and it's picking up laser from across the room, so if I move my hands it's going to block them progressively. I guess it has to be down here or something. So up here is a circuit that scans it. This has a microcontroller, and it ultimately will have wireless. The wireless isn't, on yet. I haven't programmed it. But from left to right, this is sensor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or so, I'm sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm blocking about 3 of them at any given time. This last beam on the left, I don't have a sensor for it. I don't have a port on it for this computer, so we'll just let it go or saw this off or something. But you can see that the display is displaying 3 numbers because I'm blocking 3 of those sensors, 3, 4, and 5. If I walk to the left, I'm blocking 1, 2, and 3. If I move to the left a little more, I'm blocking 0, 1, and 2. So as I walk to the right, these are being blocked. So if I wave my arm over here, it progressively blocks. Well, what happened to 6? No, 6 is there. Okay. Anyway, so if I wave my arm over here, it goes 0, 1, and 2. And so anyway, the thing works. I bought some plates at Ace Hardware. They're too big, but it doesn't really make that much difference. The magnets were a great idea, and that made this possible, really, because otherwise I'd be trying to drill holes, and then I'd have to align the whole thing with all the holes, which is nearly impossible. So this works great. You set the lasers up, and then you just find them with each individual magnet thing. Here are the magnet things. See, there's a magnet on the back, and I glued it into this thing that I wrote on a 3D printer, and then put the sensor in. You see the 2 wires sticking out of the sensor. They stick out through slots on the side that I'd written in with a printer, and the hole is that goes through the photodiode goes into that hole, and so it lines up with that. So anyway, this thing is working, so you can rest assured that that's good news. I'll be up in Cincinnati on the 18th. No, not 18th. And maybe it's the 4th or the 16th. It's whatever Saturday is around there somewhere. I think it's the 16th. And if you're available, we can get together, and I'll bring as much of this stuff as makes sense. I'm going to make another one up of this for the other direction, and then set up the wireless on this thing so that the 2 talk to each other and a host. And the host then will turn on one of 100. Oh, I'm sorry, it'll turn on one of 2 of 40 relays. One for the X and one for the Y. And that'll turn on whatever lights you've got overhead. That'll serve 100 stations overhead. I'm sorry, it would do 400 if you wanted to, but I don't know if you want to do that many. Anyway, I think this is pretty encouraging. I may take a look at the LiDAR method too, which would be a lot simpler than this, but this at least is a way to do it. Anyway, logging off.